Davis now. He is Professor of Public Policy at the University of Birmingham. That's here in the United Kingdom. Francis Davis, thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World. The Swedish government, could it act? Could it do more, do you think, to prevent these kind of demonstrations, these very public desecrations of a holy book?
I think all it needs is a conscious decision by the Swedish government to say it's not acceptable under hate crime, it's not acceptable under discrimination crime, it's not acceptable under Article 18 of the UN Declaration of Human Rights for holy books and books to be ritually burnt in a way that incites hatred, in a way that stops people manifesting their religion or their belief, and that's easily done. And I think that could be really well supported by the OIC, who you've just been covering, providing technical assistance to the West. So the OIC needs to maybe help by drawing up model statutes, model training, model religious literacy information, so that the Swedish and other Western governments who are struggling with this issue can have access to the best that's available.
Why do you think they're struggling?
Well, they're struggling because Europe has, uniquely amongst the world's religions, become very secular. And so on the one hand, this means that those in the leadership positions of Sweden, Denmark, especially France, have been trained to believe that religion has gone, just as Islam and other religions around the world are seen to be growing. And then they're struggling on the other hand because of these tiny minorities of right-wing militants, of fundamentalists, fundamentalist kind of non-religious types, seizing hold of opportunities to seize the media agenda. And because of the failure on the one hand to understand how the world as a whole is more religious, and on the other hand how Europe is exceptional by being less religious, they end up kind of misinterpreting what's happening locally and then ending up in a geopolitical mess, as the Swedish and the Danish prime ministers have admitted.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because one understands the hurt and the seriousness of any desecration act. But do the OIC countries understand that this is a tiny minority? There are very few people in Sweden who want to do something like this, who do it at any level. And therefore, does everything have to change just to react to this tiny, tiny minority?
Yeah, because I think minorities that don't respect the rule of law and don't respect an ethos of anti-hate kind of culture and legislation are to be resisted. And you know, Sweden there needs to kind of step up to some of the challenges that Article 1 of the European Council's 2008 framework laid down, which was that, you know, hate crime was not a basis for these sorts of things to happen. But, you know, the OIC is right to be concerned because last year, 2,500 book burning instances took place. Now, they weren't only of the Holy Quran, but there were 2,500 in the US. There were several instances in China, in Italy, in Britain, in Sweden, and in Denmark. And so I just think the OIC can step up and say, we want to complain diplomatically, we want to raise concerns politically. Hey, and do you know what? We're going to offer technical assistance to those decision makers and civil servants that are struggling with these issues to be able to train them in a more effective way, because the crisis of understanding is now so deep, and that really is just like a failure on the part of the European Union in general and 3 or 4 of its members in particular.
Professor Francis Davis, thank you for being part of our programme.